Have you ever felt like you're running on a hamster wheel, working harder and harder, but never really getting ahead? You hear people say, the system is broken. But what if I told you the system isn't broken at all? It's working exactly as it was designed to. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see exactly how it works. Think about your daily life. You wake up, you go to work. You get paid for your time, your skills, your labor. Then, you take that money and you spend it on rent or a mortgage, on groceries, on gas for your car, on your phone bill, on that new pair of shoes you've been eyeing. Every single transaction, every dollar you spend, where does it really go? It doesn't just disappear. It doesn't move sideways to the person next to you. It flows up. This is the fundamental, unspoken rule of our economic structure, the power pyramid. It's a system designed to channel wealth from the many at the bottom to the very few at the top. You work, and a corporation earns the profit from your labor. You spend, and that same corporation, or another one like it, collects your money. You need to borrow for a house or a car, and a financial institution profits from your debt. It's a relentless, one-way street for money. And it's always heading up. It's easy to think of this as just a simple exchange of goods and services, but it's so much deeper than that. The truly wealthy, the people at the very peak of this pyramid, they don't just own things, they don't just own buildings, or stocks, or companies. Their most valuable asset is something far more powerful. They own our consumption patterns. Think about it. They've spent decades and billions of dollars studying human behavior, psychology, and desire. They know what makes you click by now. They know how to create a feeling of need for something you didn't even know existed 5 minutes ago. They've engineered a culture where our identity is tied to what we own, where happiness is just one purchase away. From the ads you see on social media, to the layout of the grocery store, to the seasonal must-have items, every part of the consumer experience is meticulously crafted to ensure your money keeps flowing into their pockets. They aren't just selling you a product. They're selling you a lifestyle, a dream, an identity. And in the process, they've turned your spending habits into their most reliable and profitable asset. Now, this might sound like a conspiracy theory, but the data paints a very clear picture. Let's look at the numbers, because they don't lie. A recent report from Oxfam in 2024 revealed a staggering statistic. In the last few years, the top 1% of the world's population captured nearly two-thirds that's 63% of all new wealth created. Let that sink in. For every $3 of new wealth generated in the global economy, 2 of those dollars went directly to the top 1%. This isn't an accident. It's the mathematical outcome of the pyramid structure. Every dollar you spend on a brand name coffee, every subscription you pay for, every interest payment on your credit card, that money doesn't stay in your community. A small fraction might pay the local employee's salary, but the vast majority of the profit continues its journey upward. It travels through corporate structures, into shareholder dividends, and ultimately consolidates into fewer and fewer hands at the very top. This is the simple, cold, economic truth of our time. Wealth doesn't trickle down, it funnels up. When you look at the world this way, it can feel overwhelming, even hopeless. It's like we're all playing a game where the rules were written by the other team. They built a pyramid and had the audacity to call it progress. They convinced us that climbing this pyramid, by working more and spending more, was the definition of success. But what if we've been playing the wrong game all along? The system is designed to extract value from you. So, what's the solution? You can't just opt out of the economy. You still need to live, to eat, to have a roof over your head. The answer isn't to tear down the pyramid, that's a monumental task. The answer is to change the direction of the flow. You have to redirect the flow of money, starting with yourself. The key is to pay yourself first. Before the system invests in you by selling you more things and more debt, you must invest in yourself. What does that mean? It means that with every paycheck, before you pay your bills, before you buy your groceries, before you spend a single dollar on anything else, you take a portion of that money and you direct it towards your own assets. This isn't about being stingy or depriving yourself. It's about a fundamental shift in mindset. Instead of being just a consumer in their system, you start becoming an owner. That investment could be in skill staking, a course to increase your earning potential. It could be in your health, because your ability to work and think clearly is your greatest asset. It could be in financial assets like stocks, index funds, or real estate, things that can grow and generate income for you over time. It's about building your own small foundation, your own personal economic engine that works for you, not just for the pyramid. Every dollar you invest in yourself is a dollar you've reclaimed. It's a dollar that you've stopped from flowing up and instead directed into your own future. You are essentially building a smaller personal pyramid where the wealth flows to you. It starts small. Maybe it's just 1% of your income, then 5%, then 10%. The amount isn't as important as the habit. The discipline of paying yourself first is the act of rebellion. It's you consciously deciding that your future is more important than their profit margin. Think of it like this. The system wants you to be a perpetual motion machine of consumption. Your role is to work, earn, and spend, fueling the engine that powers the pyramid. By investing in yourself, you're siphoning off some of that fuel for your own vehicle. You're starting to build a life where you are less dependent on the next paycheck, less vulnerable to economic shocks, and less susceptible to the manufactured desires they push on you every single day. This is the ultimate financial literacy. It's not just about budgeting or saving. It's about understanding the game and changing how you play it. They own your consumption, so you must own your creation. They profit from your debt, so you must profit from your assets. They built a pyramid and called it progress. You can build a foundation and call it freedom. The journey isn't easy. It requires discipline, patience, and a willingness to go against the grain. But every step you take, every dollar you redirect, is a victory. You're not just building wealth, you're reclaiming your power, your time, and your future. The system is working as designed, but you don't have to be a passive participant. You can design your own system, one where the money flows not up but inward, to build the life you truly want. Thank you so much for watching and for taking the time to think about these important ideas with me. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. How do you plan to redirect the flow in your own life? Until next time, stay curious and keep building.